Most of the time, except at NAB, we're an audio podcast, which means I'm focused on trying to get the best possible audio quality all the time, which brings me often to Apogee Electronics, which is a company that makes audio interfaces. And Brian Zalenga is in a marketing group with Apogee. Brian, thanks for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Tell us what Apogee makes.
So we make professional quality audio recording interfaces. And these interfaces record on Mac and on your iPad and iPhone.
Professional. Everybody uses the term professional. What makes yours professional?
It comes down to components, specs, to where you get the true performance that is what is expected. So when you're capturing a source, you get a quality that is above really the rest, where it's a product that then could be put out on the radio, on CD, on video, where it's at the spec level that's expected of any professional worker.
Well, one of the things that I'm very impressed with is the design quality behind the units. We're looking at Duet, which is your dual channel, and is it Quartet, which is
Quartet, yeah.
And they have a very Bang & Olufsen look, very glossy, high-tech, sitting on a coffee table kind of look, as opposed to mounted into a rack. It's obviously intentional.
Yes.
Why?
We believe in a streamlined workflow, that you don't need a knob for every single function out there. And we believe you work faster, you work just better, and it's just a bit more simple. And why not have a great looking interface on your desk while you're working?
Now, why do we need audio interfaces in the first place?
To capture audio at a professional quality, where any device, such as a Mac, is not specifically designed to capture audio in a professional manner. So an audio interface then has supreme AD conversion, DA conversion, as well as mic preamps.
So AD and DA means that you're converting an analog signal, the A, to a digital signal, the D.
Correct.
And the real challenge is to convert that analog electrical pulses into something the computer can store, to convert that in a way that sounds good.
Exactly.
What makes that so difficult?
It's such a delicate process where you have an analog waveform, and then a digital converter is essentially taking multiple snapshots of that analog waveform and then representing it in ones and zeros. And that process is delicate, and it's very well, a great analogy is with, years ago, camera phones were not spectacular. And you take a photo and it's kind of blurry and kind of cloudy. But then you take the same photo with a nice DSLR. It's the same thing with audio interfaces and with conversion. That with inferior conversion, basically capture the picture that you're taking of that audio is not the full picture, it's not the full story.
When someone is trying to decide what audio converter to use, what decisions what questions do they need to ask to make a good decision?
Sure. So there's many. It's what kind of I/O do you need? So that's the most basic of how many channels do I need to record.
Now, when you say channels, that means what?
So the number of inputs that you can record at one time on a computer or on a device.
How many microphones, for instance?
Microphones. Depends on your use case. So it could be, with music, it could be an instrument. It could be, any microphones. And so that we have products that range from 1 channel to 32 channels of input.
Well, let's talk about those products. Tell me about what they are.
So starting, we have all of our products, except for Symphony IO, which is our flagship product, all connect to both the Mac and the iPad. So starting at the lower price points, we have a product called Jam, which on the music side is for connecting your guitar directly to your iPad, your iPhone, or your Mac.
So it's a direct connect for an instrument.
Direct connect to the Lightning or the 30-pin port of your iPad or iPhone, or USB to your Mac.
Okay.
So then we also have Mic, which is a full condenser microphone, connects digitally to your iPad, iPhone, and Mac.
So this would be something that would compete with the Snow microphone from Blue, and then it's got its own digital converter built into the microphone.
Exactly.
And you're plugging it in digitally. There's no conversion from A to D that the user sees. It's done inside the microphone.
Exactly. Yeah, many things. There are other products out in the market that connect to specifically the iPad and iPhone, which we're connecting to the headphone input of the iPad, which the problem with that is then your iPad is then doing the AD conversion, which is not what the iPad was specifically designed for. So with mic, we have the AD converter and your mic preamp inside the mic, and that's where we say is the magic is of capturing that audio and representing it in the best possible way in essentially ones and zeros that are then sent directly in your iPad, which is then captures the actual file.
Okay, and next?
So then we have One. So One is a single channel audio interface. Again, it connects to iPad, iPhone, and Mac. And the unique thing with One is that for that single channel, you have three options. You can connect any microphone you'd like using the XLR input. It does phantom power. It has a 1/4-inch input to connect guitar, keyboard, if you're doing music. And then the third option, kind of the secret weapon of this product, is a built-in condenser microphone. So it has a microphone built in directly to the interface where you can speak or play or anything, any sound you need to capture, which makes it that much more portable. The other really great portability factor of One is that when connecting to the iPad, you do need power. So it has the option of connecting to the wall through DC power, but then there's a second option that is 2 AA batteries in the back. So using rechargeable 2 AA batteries, you get 3 to 4 hours recording time, connected to your iPhone, you have the built-in mic, you then have a full recording studio just with 2 devices.
And where can people go on the web to learn more about the products you've got?
So apogeedigital.com.
That's all one word, www.apogee, that's apogeedigital.com, Apogee Digital, APOGEE, apogeedigital.com. And Brian Zalenga is in the marketing group with Apogee Electronics. Brian, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.